Okay, I'm live, and I'm getting terrible feedback here, and I'm hoping I can fix that. Okay, so I'm going to be messing with the volume a little bit. Let me know if you can't hear me. Hello everybody. Okay, I'm a little early. I'm just freezing up. All kinds of nifty things are happening. Um, Yeah, what's happening? I'm freezing up again. Okay, hopefully you have some sound. I don't see anybody out there yet, so I'm going to just mess around for a few minutes until we get people. And I might as well just explain something while I'm at it because if you're watching the replay of this, you might be watching it on YouTube. Um, the platform that I have used for the last 2 years is um, the one that I'm on right now. It is StreamYard, and they have. It, it started out to be a really super simple little program and it wasn't very expensive, so I went with it and I could record things on Facebook. I could record things so that when if you didn't catch me live on Facebook, you could watch a recording later, or I could also put the recording right over to YouTube. Hi, Connie. Happy New Year to you too. Um, so StreamYard has enhanced their video capabilities. Hi, Carol. Hi, Karen. I was just saying that I'm going to be changing platforms. Linda, hi. I'm going to be changing platforms because StreamYard has increased their capabilities and they have increased their price by a lot, a big, big lot. And I can't justify it. So I'm going to have to go back to the old Facebook that I was doing without the YouTube recording. And I'm mainly telling you guys this for anybody who watched this on YouTube. I don't know that it's going to be there anymore. I'm going to try and find something, some way to do it, but as of right now, I'm going to drop my subscription with StreamYard. I think it's good until the end of the month. I'm not sure exactly, but I'll be dropping it, and then I'll be just going plain old Facebook. I think, unless I find something else that works better, but I don't know. Anyway, that's the technical end of things. In the meantime, they have changed and enhanced so much that when I try, when I got on tonight, I haven't done this for 2 weeks. So when I got on tonight, weird things were happening. And I'm just hoping, I'm assuming you can hear me right now pretty well. I was getting all kinds of feedback. I'm turning the volume down and messing around back and forth. And I'm assuming that you can all hear me now, or you would have told me if you didn't. So, hi, everybody. I hope you had a nice Christmas and a good New Year. I did. And wow, so I haven't seen anybody for what, 3 weeks? Because first we had our team meeting on the 18th, and then it was Christmas, and then it was New Year's, and here we are on the 8th. I can't believe it's already the 8th of January. We've just breezed right through all that stuff. But I'm kind of glad Christmas is over now, out of the way, done. I'm tired of Christmas cards. As I know, I have heard from a couple of you, you are too. So we're going to do something totally, totally different tonight. I was just working on my December paper pumpkin, which is really a cute kit this time. It's just a real simple thank you, happy birthday, and just a note. That's the paper pumpkin, which is a subscription. Um, it's a different box every month. It has a stamp with it. It has some stamps. It has stamp pads. But let's move on from that. I have been told that I never do kids cards, and that's true because I haven't really had much call for kids cards, but I have had people ask me recently about doing some. So, and it just so happens that the new catalog is out, and I hope you all have it. And if you don't, you need to let me know. Um, the new mini catalog has this set that just caught me. It captured my heart. I had to have it. I love it, and I'm playing with it all the time. It's called Storybook Moments or Storybook Friends. I guess the stamp set and ink, the stamp set and dies are Storybook Friends, but the paper is Storybook Moments. And if you get nothing else with this set, get the paper. Honestly, let me just quick show you this. You know what? I don't even need to be on, so I'm going to take myself out of this. Because I don't think I have anything else to tell you except that we have catalogs. I have catalogs. We have the celebration is on now. So every $60 that you spend, you get something free out of the celebration catalog. And if you don't have your catalog, Linda, I don't think I got you your catalogs yet. So I'm gonna have to get them to you. I'm gonna have to do some deliveries because I have a few people that I know didn't get them yet. But I'll be getting them out to you soon. Uh, I'm going to get myself out of the picture. Oh, wait, before I do that, 22nd of January, 22nd of January is the Warnersville Library, and that is at 1:30. 1:30, Wednesday, January 22nd. I am not doing the Warnersville night classes anymore unless I have people signing up for it and asking for it. I have told them at the library if somebody signs up or somebody asks about it, somebody wants to do it, call me. I'll come, I'll do it, but I'm not going to go there for to have nobody show up or only one person. It just doesn't make sense for me to lug all this stuff there. So, um 22nd, 1:30. Hope you're there. I'm cutting myself out of here now. There. Okay. You can still hear me. You can see me full. Okay. So this is what we're doing tonight. And let me tell you, I had a lot of fun just setting this up. This is a Storybook Friends stamp set. The thing about this stamp set, I have not used it because I've been using the paper so much. Other than I've used the Hello Friend and Happy Spring. I have used the sayings, and I think you can see those sayings in other stamp sets. So I maybe not the best salesperson for this set, but the dies will cut out the things in the stamps and the things in the paper. And they also have a couple of pretty frames, which I am using tonight. So you'll see that in action. Um, but the highlight of this set is the paper. And I am serious. You just have to have the paper. If you get nothing else with the set, get the paper. It's so sweet. I think it's so adorable. Look at this, the little bunnies. It's beautiful for Easter. It's great for a little kid's birthday. It's perfect for a new baby card. It's just great. I just like it a lot. so so this is some scenes, and then it's just these cute little strawberries and things, which I think that would be a nice paper just for sale. Here is one of the papers that I love. They remember when they did this with the daisy things, and you could do so much with it. You cut each one of these pieces out and use them individually. There's two sheets of this, so I cut the one up. This one is still whole. The one that I cut up we're using tonight as well. So you'll see that in action. And that's what it looks like on the back. And I think that's really pretty too. And I'm looking at my computer. It doesn't show the color so well. This is like a Garden apple green and old olive kind of. Or maybe mossy meadow for the ivy. It's really a pretty green. Okay, and here is Is this the first one I showed you? Yes, that's the first one. Okay, here's another new one. Um, this just has all kinds of garden things. There is another stamp set that goes with this whole suite if you want the whole suite. And the other one is all gardening stuff. It has the wheelbarrow, the buckets, all that different stuff. But wait, you're going to see something cool. Okay, this is the back of that, which is also pretty. It's like Victorian wallpaper, I think. That's what it reminds me of. And then we have vegetables. We have a whole vegetable garden, all different kinds of vegetables, different colors. And the other side of that is little village things. I love this. And I know I'm going to use it for something because it just reminds me of a little fairy village. I think it's so cute. And then we have this one, which just has a lot of little squirrels and chipmunks playing. And beautiful on the other side. I think this is so pretty. Okay, so that's the paper, but wait, one more thing. There are 2 sheets in the back of die cuts that are cut out for you, ready for you to just punch through. And this is them. Let me just show you. I have punched them all out and I have them sitting here so that I can just look through them and say, oh, I think I'll use this one. Maybe I'll use this one. Look at these. Are these not cute? I just think they're the most adorable things. I love them. And this is what we're doing tonight. We have some fences, we have some boots, we have butterflies, we have flowers, we have plants, we have squirrels and chipmunks and rabbits. Oh my. Look at the little squirrel on a bike, or a chipmunk, I guess, that chipmunk on a bike. And I mean, I may not like these little critters just, in my garden, but I think they're adorable here. And bunnies, look at this little rabbit. Is she not cute? I just think these are so adorable. So this is what we're doing tonight. And what we're going to do, what I did is I punched the whole thing out and I punched all these out and I have them all here that we can decide, although I have already decided what I'm going to do with them. But, it's fun to look through them and just play and decide. So you know that I have the templates. So what I have done is I've picked a template that I'm going to use for one of my cards. Actually, I picked a template that I'm going to use for both of them. So let's start with this one. Now, put this one aside. We'll get to that in a minute. But for right now, we're going to do this guy here. So I have picked this paper, and this is Lost Lagoon. And I just have this little squirrel guy, or chipmunk, whatever he is. I don't know what he is. I don't know if he's the die cuts, Linda, they are already, they're in a sheet. It's a big sheet. And there's 2 sheets with the paper. It comes with this pack of paper, 12 by 12 paper. And they're already perforated so that you just push them through. And so you get 2 of everything. And there's like bunches of them. I just think they're very cool. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I think I have another pack of this paper I can show you. Let me look quick. Yes, I do. So basically, okay, this is the paper. And there's all the packs, all the ones that I showed you. And then in the back is a whole sheet of these, and they punch right out. So it's a whole sheet, 2 whole sheets of them. They're already die cut for you. So you don't even need the dies. You don't need the stamps. You don't need any. I shouldn't say this, but all you need is the paper. And I think this paper is just too cute for words. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use this template, and we are going to make a card with this template. Yeah, I'm a terrible salesperson. So we're going to start with the background, which is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so we're going to take that down 4 by 5 1/4. And this piece is 3 by 4. Now, this is the back of one of those sheets, and it's 3 by 4. And we're just going to put that right on there. Now, for this, yeah, let me get this over just a little bit. This, what I did for that is I did use the die, and I used old olive. That is this die. There's 3 frames with these dies. So I use that. And just wanted to point out that each one of them has little slits at the top that you could use to put cord through, or a ribbon, or like the linen thread would fit through there. And you can just tie a little bow on it and make it look like a tag if you wanted to. Or you can just make it look like a frame. You can put that at the top. You can put that at the bottom. I like it at the top, and I want to put this little guy in here. And it's not even going to fit right. And I don't care. I like it just like that. And then I want to put this down here at the bottom. So this is how it's going to end up looking. See how easy that is? Everything's ready for you. You just have to put it all together. And I'm going to use Very Vanilla for my card base. And then that's how it's going to look. Okay, let's put it together, because we're also going to have to embellish, and I haven't figured that part out yet. Okay, so we have our base. Okay, I also, something little discovery that I made, and I know I told everybody that all the girls that are on my team, I told about this because I got them for Christmas for them. But this, and I can't think of the name of the company, but they make these glue holders, and these little glue holders, they make them in different shapes. So for Christmas, it's Country Hive. For Christmas, they had this one. Isn't that cute? And they had pumpkins for Halloween, and just different ones. Well, something that I found out is I have these silicone mats, and I have a bunch of these, so I didn't mind doing this, but I cut a piece off and I stick it inside this hole all the way down in the bottom so that it sets in there. Yes, Connie, I knew it. I think they're just adorable. That the paper is fabulous. It really, really is. And why do you see? I've been working with it like a lot, and I have come up with a couple of cards that are really cute besides these. So anyway, you put that silicone in there, and then you put your glue in there, and it holds it, and the silicone keeps it from leaking out all over the place. Okay, so we're going to put that there. We are going to put our I love the paper, though. I love all of it, not just the die cuts, but I do like the die cuts. But yeah, I like it all. Okay, and then that's my next layer. Now, I want the frame. I want him. And I want this. So what I want to do here if I could find a thin piece that, man, I don't have a good color that I like. Looking for a good color of ribbon. That's thin. No, too much. Okay. Connie, if Keith is watching, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm still looking, ladies. And here is what I have come up with. This is something else that's in the new catalog that I really like. Lost Lagoon Soft Cord. And here is why I like it. It's not so big and bulky. It's thin and it's just pretty. Of course, it's not thin enough to fit through that hole. At least not nicely. Probably you would need to put a needle and thread. Oh, there it is. Or what if you just took it like this? And kind of weave it through these little holes. That's kind of cute. Connie, you're funny. Connie said to me once that I was such a bad influence because every time she watches this, she decides she has to get something else. I understand because I do the same thing watching other people. Okay, this is not doing what I want it to do, but it's giving me another idea. Okay, I'm going to want it to end up coming through and tying here. To get it here, what do I have to do? I'm Karen's going to be doing it too. Yeah, Karen, I have stuff for you. I guess you said you weren't in a big hurry for it, though, right? Okay, I can't do this either. Darn. Right, maybe that'll work. Okay, folks. We're going to have to just skip this because it's just taking entirely too long for me to figure out what I'm doing. I should have figured this out earlier. It's just that I wasn't really planning on putting ribbon on it, and then all of a sudden I decided that I wanted to. Yeah, and this cord, as pretty as it is, does make kind of a bulky bow. That would work, though, I guess. Okay, let's. I am going to glue the squirrel down. I'm going to put this down using the edges of, so I'm cutting some thin strips off the edge of dimensional. So I'm just going to cut pieces, just enough to make it stand up. Stick a piece down here. And stick a piece on each side. And then I can stick a whole thing up here. I'm out of practice here, girls. Oh, okay. You'll get it at the library. And there. Not in love with this bow. And I think the reason why it's too bulky, there's too much to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it all out. And I'm just going to do a bow outside, not tying through those loops. Just one little bow right there. That's actually what I should have just done in the first place. Don't you just hate when you mess around trying to find how you want something, and then it turns out that the easiest way would have been the best way in the first place. So you shouldn't have messed around so much, because it really could have been simple. And that happens to me a lot. Just, I'm sure you know that. Okay, so I'm just going to stick a glue dot right there. And I'm going to stick that little bow right there on the glue dot. And I have my frame sticking up just a little bit. And then I want this down here at the bottom. And there. I should actually have stuck that down below the frame instead of on the frame, but it's okay like that. Now, I just need to decide what I'm going to make it. Is it going to be a birthday card, a welcome baby card? I kind of think it looks like a little welcome baby card, actually. Um, and I kind of think that's what I'm going to make it. And here's where I'm using the stamp set. I am going to do a welcome little one. And what I'm going to do, the one that I use so much is the oval, and it will fit perfectly on that. So I'm going to use that. I just need to figure out some colors, and I'm actually thinking that I'm just going to go ahead and use that. Wait. I actually think I'm going to use Pool Party because it will go perfectly as the background. So I will use Pool Party for the big oval. And I will use Very Vanilla for the little oval. And I will stamp Lost Lagoon. So did you all have a good Christmas and New Year and everything? Anybody go anywhere, do anything special, or was it just nice, quiet family time? Anybody get any new stamp sets for Christmas? Okay, I'm just going to glue this down because then I'm going to put it on dimensionals on the card. Just says, welcome, little one. And that will go right there. Then to embellish, I am using sequins. I have stocked up quite a bit on these pastel sequins. And the blue ones I think look really cute right on here because they do kind of pick up the blue. Or we could use the gold ones. But I think the blue worked just fine. Just add a little to it. Okay, so there's number one with this cards with this set. Number two is going to be another, I'm using another template. I'm going to use this one. Now, this one is just, it's the same as any other template. I mean, it's the same as any other card, except instead of 8.5 by 5.5, we're going to go with 8 by 5.5, just to make it a little different. We're just cutting this side off here. And what I have decided to do with this one is I'm going to use, I went into, this is more paper that I love, this Timeless Plaid. I'm going to be using this a lot. I can just tell you that right now, that I'm going to be using this like a lot because I love it. And it is so usable. I mean, it's just, it goes with everything. So, what I have picked is I love this one. And this one has some old olive in it, and it has some of this petal pink. So I'm going to use those two colors. And I have already picked out this little crochet lady. I think she's so cute. I don't even know. I think it's a possum. Is that a possum? I think that's a possum. And she's crocheting or knitting or something. And I loved it. So I'm going to use that. And I've already got all my pieces sitting right here on this pink, so I don't want to move it. So I'm going to have to grab another piece. And okay, I had already figured out exactly how I was doing this. And now I don't remember exactly what I decided. But I guess I'll figure it out. Okay, so we're cutting this 8 by 5.5. So normally I would just take this piece and I would go 5.5. And I would score it at 4.25. But I want this 8, so I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch off. It's that easy. Just cut a 1/2 inch off. And then score it at 4.25. Y'all see that? I almost scored it with the blade. I'm going to need that, so I'm going to keep it out. Okay, so there we are. Okay, now what I want to do, what I want to do here is I want to use both sides of this paper, but I'm going to take this piece to use as my layer in the back. So this is going to be 3 3/4. Okay, whatever. This is going to be 3 3/4. Is that right? Yeah. Instead of 4, 3 3/4 by 5.25. I'm just like finding that layers really make the card nice, and 3 3/4 is too much, so it probably should have been 3.5. Yes, so that's going to be my first layer, 3.5 by 5.25. Now look at the other side of this because I'm going to use the other side of it too. Okay, so the inside of this card is your standard 4 by 5.25, right? So what I'm doing here for the inside of this card, I am going to take this piece, flip it around, and cut a piece to use for the side that's going to stick out there. Okay, so that's going to be just a 1/2 inch. Or actually, I'm going to take it to 3/4 just because I want a little extra. So I'm taking it at 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. And I'm going to glue that right onto the side of that piece. Then I'm going to glue this whole thing on the inside of the card. Now the whole thing is going to go here. Try for straight. Yes, Karen, that's what I'm looking for. Get away from Christmas, get into spring. Right? That is just exactly what I'm looking for. And I happen to have a Mary down here. Oh, you can't see it. That's good. There's a Mary down here that I stamped somewhere along the way. Don't know where or when or why, but there it is. So now I'm going to take a piece, this 4 1/4 by 2. It's already 4 1/4, so I'm going to take it by 2. 1 inch is the half mark, so I'm just going to put a little mark here at the 1 inch line. Because I'm going to use this to draw an arrow. Now this piece is exactly the width of the card, okay? What I'm going to do is where I put my 1 inch mark, I'm going to just go up a little bit. Now I'm going to take this corner and cut over to it. And I'm going to take this corner and cut over to it. And I have a perfect flag. And that is going right there. And of course, you're only going to put that at the end, the glue at the end, because you don't want to glue it at the, put it right about in the center. Okay, now I have this little guy here, and I have a hat that I just think is adorable, and I just want the hat to go with it. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a circle with what color? With my 2 3/8 inch punch, which is right up here. Oh, change of plans. Yes. Okay. So I had happened to have this. It was going to be a circle with him, with the little lady sitting in front of it. But here's a frame that I cut out earlier. I think is really sweet, and I'm going to put her in that frame. And then I'm going to put the hat hanging on the corner of the frame. What do you think? So we can do that, but then that hides a lot of her on the bottom. So the other option, okay, that's option 1. Option 2 is to take a piece of this, cut my circle, put the circle there and put her on the circle, and put the hat. Put the hat here somewhere. Yeah, I think I like the circle better on this one. And then I'm going to make this one a birthday card. And I'm going to use Day to Celebrate. This is a celebration stamp set. And happy birthday is going to go on the outside. It's a good day to celebrate. We'll go on the inside. This is just a little stamp set, very simple one, but it has just the right stuff on it. I like the font of the happy birthday. You like that, Linda? You like this one better than the frame? That was kind of what I thought too. And I'm going to just take, this is going to be very plain. I'm going to use very vanilla. I have a little scrap here, very vanilla somewhere. And I'm going to stamp in Old Olive because that's what this background piece is here. Oops. I got something on that. I don't know what I got on it. Oh, yes, I do. There it is. Looked like a piece of a paintbrush. Now, since I already flagged it, what was supposed to happen is this was supposed to go up here, but I don't want to cover up her knitting, so I'm going to put it down here. I'm also going to glue, I'm going to glue her on to the circle, and I'm going to glue the hat on to the side of the circle, but then I'm going to put the whole circle on dimensionals. The hat has absolutely nothing to do with anything. There is no reason for the hat other than that I like it. So, that's just just the way it works, right? You just do something because you like it. It doesn't have to have rhyme and reason, and it doesn't have to be perfectly this is this. If it was perfect, it would be Hallmark. And you'd make $1 million selling it. So there's that. I'm also putting the happy birthday on stilts. And I'm going with my sequins again. Pink ones this time. I closed up my. Oh, well, that wasn't a good thing. Luckily, it didn't really get on anything except my dimensionals, and that's just not a big deal. Got on the sequins, but that's not a big deal either. Okay. Now, this has some curly cues and things like that on it, which I think is probably a good thing to put on. But I would put them on in pink and green. There. That's a good one. That's a good day to celebrate. Okay. Yeah, the colors just come right off of this paper. I have picked another one here to do, and I just might do the exact same card. I picked this and this for the colors, and then this one I do want to use. Oh, actually, I know what I was thinking with this. Okay, let's just quick throw this one together too. So I'm gonna want 5.5. 4.25. And yep, I'm going to take off that 1/2 inch here. Just for the heck of it. Then I'm going to cut this piece 3 3/4. No, 3.5. 5, 5.25. And then look at the back of that. Perfect again. So want another 1/2 inch. No, 3/4 of an inch. And my 5.25. So one of the things that I spent a lot of time doing this break is cutting out these pieces so that I would have plenty of them to use at all times. I cut out the inserts in white. I cut out the inserts in flake. I cut out just all different, but all the same size, 5.25 by 4. So this is the same card again as the last one, just with different colors. And I'm going to do a little bit different on the front. Of this one, because I did cut out the frame to use on this. Okay, that was what it was. I was deciding between the bunny, the duck, and the squirrel. And here is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the bunny and that plant in the frame, crooked like so, and then using the stamp set that says somebody loves you. Is that cute? I think that works. So let's do this. Let's put that down first. Then put the bunny. Now the frame is going to go crooked just because that makes it more interesting, I think. And this one will be a little easier to put on dimensionals because it has a little more substance behind it. So I'm going to pull these three. And these three. Two and two. That's perfect. And I chose this color, this petal pink, because this plaid does have some petal pink in it. I don't know if you can see it that well. I think you can. Yeah, you can see that there. Okay. Somebody loves you. And once again, I'm going to use my double oval punch because that punch is just one that, well, it just works. No matter what you do with it, it works. Now, I could use this for the background. Okay, where did I put that punch? Here it is. Or maybe not. Maybe. Maybe we don't even need that. We're just going to go, somebody loves you up there. And put a little, let's see, there are butterflies, there are little flowers, there's all kinds of little things like that on here that you could add to it to embellish. I just have to find something. Look at this little seed packets. Aren't they cute? I just love this. Little radishes, carrots, all kinds of vegetables. And I know there's a butterfly, but I just can't find it, right? When I want it, of course, right? But you know what? I have other butterflies. And I'm going to just go ahead and use them. I'm going to stamp this first. And I will stamp it with Moody Mauve. Don't forget, guys, Boho Blue, Pebbled Path, Wild Wheat, Copper Clay, and Pale Papaya are all going to be shutting down soon. A new catalog, a new annual catalog will be coming out, and there will be new in colors. When there's new in colors, like 2 years ago, in colors go away. So don't forget, if you like them, you like any of those colors, stock up. I do like those colors, but I'm not going to stock up on them because I didn't like them as much as Evening Evergreen, and I still am using Evening Evergreen. But yeah, I'm good. I like Moody Mauve, and I like Boho Blue, but I do find that eventually they come back around with something that's close. Okay, somebody loves you. Now, I don't have anything inside of this because I'm not quite sure what it's, whether it's going to be an Easter card or a birthday card. It could be anything like that. But it definitely needs butterflies. And I sure have a mess here, don't I? I'm going to put one butterfly right inside the frame there. There. Sorry, it also needs a piece of linen thread and a bow. I have requested that they find better ends for the linen thread because I've ended up with a lot of ends in my spool of linen thread because I cut them all over the place. I'm going to just put that right down there because I think that will look cute there. And I made a couple of other cards using this set. I'm going to just show them to you quickly. Um, Creative Aid Retreat is something that I do every year. It's actually every quarter. And at the beginning, they give, excuse me, they give some fun folds and ideas. And these were ones that I did to send in to them using this same stamp set. Okay, just says hello, friend, but it's a split. See how that's split there? That cute? And again, layers. The layers just seem to add a lot to it with these. This was one of those pictures that were right there. Okay, so there's that one, and this was the other one. Happy Spring with the bucket and the watering bucket and plants and stuff. So those were two other ones that I did. And then we have Somebody Loves You. Welcome, little one, and happy birthday. This one needs a piece of linen thread too. I just decided that. So I can quick throw that on there and then I'll say goodnight. Let's see. I am quickly tying my bow here. Nobody told me what they did for Christmas. You guys, you got to talk a little bit. I know you're all working on cards, aren't you? I know Connie said she does. She tries to do the same things I'm doing while I'm doing them. Let's see now, where can I put this book? I'll just put it right there. I just needed that, or maybe I could put it. No, it's there. Just needed it. I don't know. I've suddenly become very attached to this linen thread idea. I just really like it. It just adds a little something. And it's so easy to do. To just jazz up the card with the linen thread. There we go. All done. Card saved. Oh, fun Christmas games. I love that. We don't play games. Nobody in my family does games. And I like games. Oh, well. Carol, you did nothing. Oh, yeah. I understand, though, why. Well, guys. Yeah, that linen thread, it just does it. So it was fun, and I'm gonna hopefully do something else from one of the new catalogs next week, and I will see you then, and I will see you live at the Warnersville Library in 2 more weeks. Yay! Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Good night.